Alright guys, so I decided to do this video despite the fact that I didn't beat 184, reason being I won't beat it, I don't care about this fight, I don't care about this tower, I had enough. So I am really trying to beat it on a real beginner account, but it is super unfortunate that I don't have specific gears. And with this video I hope I'm going to help people that are stuck, true beginners, and then you can see that if you have the correct gears, a little bit high fusion than mine, you'll be able to beat this fight. So this is the team that actually beats this battle. This is the team that beats this battle, I know it for a fact. However, there are certain aspects of the gear that you must have. The first one is look at my Ninja Yoroi. Unfortunately, it is Fusion 2. If you have it at Fusion 7 or Fusion 8, you have much higher chances to beat this particular fight. Also, Smoke, sadly, I don't have Tribal Headband on higher fusion, so a lot of cases I'm unable to break their blocks, and that's also a big problem for me. Now, if you don't have the Jinx, we can use basically anything that gives you the most damage as possible in this tower, or if you have your classic Smoke high fusion, Fusion 7 or Fusion 8, that's going to be absolutely perfect. Now, when it comes to Raiden, this is the equipment I gave to Raiden, and this is probably the best setup. I gave him my best equipment for block breaker and 2 pieces that give resistance to the buffs. Unfortunately, again, Earth Elemental Face Mask is only Fusion 3. If it was Fusion 7 or Fusion 8, I would gladly take those 5% extra resistance to all the buffs. Also, Body of Steel will do. If you don't have Body of Steel, you can use Enigmatic Lantern or anything that gives basically power. I'm sorry, not power, but resistance to all the buffs. And the Varmint's Lucky Hat is super useful in my case because it protects my Fusion 5 Smoke. If my Smoke or my Raiden dies, any of those guys, I automatically close the fight because at this point it becomes 100% impossible. And Sonya is in the fight only to eventually survive and give red card to Jade. More or less, that's it. You're currently seeing footage of the fight, and yeah, there are a few reasons why I totally gave up. I mean, I think I wasted more about 100 attempts, and at this point I had enough. I've seen, I mean, if you want, you can search YouTube, you can see a lot of walkthroughs with gold characters. However, all of them, and I mean all of them, almost all of them, let's say that way, have either maxed out goats or Shintai of Malice, which is paramount. Shintai of Malice gives 20% team resistance to all the buffs at Fusion 0. So if I had this piece at Fusion 0, I would have cleared this stage 100 times by now. Sadly, I don't, so my Smoke has 74% and Raiden has 85%. So you're going to say, oh, that's high enough, you should beat it. No, it isn't high enough, because my Smoke and my Raiden are very low fused. And even if I get frozen once on my Raiden, I die. Even if I get frozen twice on my Smoke, I die. I'm saying that because Smoke kind of has a shield that Raiden gives him, so he can survive being frozen twice, and that's it. But guess what? Since I cannot do a lot of damage, it takes me very long time to kill those guys, so I cannot really survive that many freezes. I get frozen eventually and I die. There's nothing I can do about that, which is super unfortunate. But at the end of the day, again, I know that this setup works if you have higher fusion of classic Raiden, if you have higher fusion of classic Smoke, if you have for instance, again, Shintai of Malice is super important piece. Give it to Sonya, and with this setup, you'll be able to beat it with 95% resistance to smoke, resistance to the buffs on Smoke, and 100% resistance to the buffs on Raiden. This battle is going to be super easy. This is what drives me crazy. I'm going, by the way, on vacation for the next couple of days, so definitely I won't be poisoning my life trying to defeat this RNG-related fight. And the last but not least, if you are stuck here on this tower and you are unable to beat this fight, don't worry, guys, because 2 reasons. First reason, this is by far the hardest Fatal Tower ever. If you didn't have the horse stance, imagine the struggle. It is by far the hardest Fatal Tower ever. I remember when I beat it on my main account, it was crazy. And there's a second reason, which is even more important. This is the fact that the gear that you get isn't really that great. I mean, the Melina armor is okay. The Wrestling Star just last buff is good, basically the best piece out of the 4, but the other 2 epics are not really that great. And let's be real, the rewards MK11 Nightwolf, Circle of Shadow Kitana, MK11 Jade, and Ravenous Melina is not something exceptional. So you'll be perfectly fine not beating this tower. So it doesn't really matter, guys. I mean, after I come from vacation, I will try to beat it as well. If, for instance, Shintai of Malice is in the store, in the Crypt store, that's going to be crazy. But if it isn't, I'm just going to keep trying, just for the sake of trying, getting some coins in the process, improving the fusions of my gears. But again, by the time I release a video of me eventually beating it, if I beat it, it will probably get 1.5 thousand views because the hype will be long over, and my whole struggle, my whole hard work is going to be for nothing, for 1.5 thousand views, which is, it's not, and don't tell me it's about the money. It's not about the money. It is about the fact that you put so much energy into something, so much efforts into something, and then you release it and it's literally nobody cares. This is the worst feeling. It's not about that instead of, let's say, $10, you're going to earn $5 from this video. This is not about the money. It is about the fact that you put so much efforts and in the end, nobody cares. It's not really a pleasant feeling. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. If you didn't, well, don't worry about it. See you next time. Take care.